What is going on, everybody? David here, and today I got a brand new video for y'all. And this time we're going to go over my personal collection of the 2016 movie Warcraft action figures by Jakks Pacific. And very happy to finally able to complete my set, because I had been sitting on 5 of these figures for a long time, for a couple of years actually. Maybe not that long, maybe about a year or so, year and a half probably. But recently I was able to add Black Hand, this fella right here. And I just happened to go to a Five Below near my job just to search around. And he was sitting on the shelves. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I needed to complete my set. Because I was able to find all of them except for him at Five Below when they first started to appear there. And I think typically these at the time they retail, I'm not sure, either they were $15 or $20. I can't remember, give or take. I know in some areas, some countries, they're like up to like $25, you know. To me, they're not worth that price. Maybe $10 max should have been the price range, but hey, you know, what do I know? But anyways, I was able to find all of these for $5 a piece, and I was able to get him at a movie trading company near my job as well for a few dollars. It was like $2 or $3, I think. And funny story is, when I picked up Black Hand, him right there at the Five Below, he didn't register in the system, so I guess they had some in back stock and just decided to go ahead and put them out so they can get rid of them. So that's how I got lucky with that. And because originally I was kind of searching secondary market to get them, to complete them. So thankfully I didn't have to do that. But anyways, so like I said, I really enjoyed the movie, and I hadn't seen it in a while, so if I mispronounce these names, my apologies in advance. And I'm going to try to remember who played who. I might forget that too. So like I said, it's been a while. But anyways, so this guy, Lothar, he was portrayed by Travis Kimmel, and I think he was in the TV series of Vikings. And let's see, what's her name? Gonora, I think that's her name, Gonora. Paula Patton portrayed her. And then my boy Ben Foster, he portrayed Midva. I know a lot of people get that name mispronounced, and again, I think I probably said it wrong, so my apologies for saying it wrong. I know Duratan was voiced by Toby Kibble, and then Black Hand was voiced by see, I knew this was going to happen. I just can't remember the name for the life of me. I'm pretty sure it'll come to me. Hopefully it'll come to me before this video is over with. And shoot, what's his name? Golden Goldarn or something. I know he was voiced by Daniel Wu. He's been on several movies with Jackie Chan. So he's been in a lot of films, series, and stuff like that. Clancy Brown. Yes, I knew I was going to get it eventually. Clancy Brown is the one that voiced Black Hand. Like I said, I wish there was more, because there are at least more orcs, you know, and so that way I can fill out the orcs. You know, I've never played the video game though. Never got into World of Warcraft. Never played the online game or anything like that. But I was familiar with characters, because you know, people have always talked about that game and stuff when it was very popular. I'm probably sure. Excuse me, I can't talk right now. I am probably sure that it still has its popularity today. I don't know anything about the game. I know it's a RPG game, and very popular as well. So it's only fitting that eventually they was going to make a film. So I don't know if the film followed the game or not. More likely, probably not, because never do for the most part. And I'm pretty sure it does have some elements to the game and stuff as far as the characters go and things like that. But like I said, I'm very happy to finally complete this set. I got it very cheap, $5 a piece, and so very pleased with that. These figures, they come with like 10 to 11, maybe 12 points of articulation. I'm not an articulated guy like that. I don't really care for all that stuff, but because of the movie that I liked so much on one of these characters in my collection, I'll make an exception. Certain things I'll make an exception because that's just what I like. I'm more of a 5POA guy, or the He-Man style figures and stuff like that, and things like that. But anyways, let's go over a little bit, and this is Duratan. Like I said, it's voiced by Toby Kibble, and very, very nicely detailed, and I think they did a great job with these figures and everything like that. So just get a little bit of articulation here, a little bit, get the single jointed elbows, a hinge at the shoulders, and the hands do move. And some of these figures were really stiff. Some of them were kind of loose, but not too bad, So, but nicely detailed and everything. really like the detail and everything on this. So, again, these were made by Jakks Pacific, and so I think they did a really good job with them. Here's Gonora. I hope I said that right. But it does have a pretty, a very good likeness to Paula Patton. Gorgeous woman. And she did a real good job at this role. So really like that. I know that there's little shins right here, armor shin guards, were a little warped, and so that kind of sucks. So, but it's all right though. These are for display, Oops, knocking stuff over. Yeah, so here's Lothar. Played by Travis Kimmel. I think I pronounced his name right. So it's only fitting that he'd be in this kind of type of role since he is coming off that show Vikings. So very nicely detailed in the shield. Really liked that a lot. The armor is great. It's pretty soft, pliable plastic, so it kind of makes a nice room for emotion. It's not that hard plastic. So, and the sword's a little too soft, so it's real bendy and everything. Most of the accessories are like that, except for the ones that go with the orcs. And here's Midva. Like I said, I probably might have said that name wrong. So, not too much of a likeness to Ben Foster, but it'll do. Really like his staff and everything, so that's really cool. Very, very nice attention to detail on that. Now this is just basically hardly any articulation at all, so it's just basically in the wrist and then in the single elbow, and that's it. Nothing else. It's just one solid piece of plastic. And then here's Black Hand. Now his hand right here is really loose. He can't really hold his hammer. At least mine is. This hammer is really, really heavy. But really like the detail of the hammer though. Really awesome. Clancy Brown did a pretty good job of voicing this character. Now, let me take this hammer off. Not as much detail in the face like Duratan is, but it's it's pretty good for what it is. Should have had a little bit more detail. I think they put more effort into Durotan than they did in his face sculpt than they did for Black Hands. I like that these were able to come apart and you can clip them on in the back. I thought that was a nice touch. But I really do like his outfit, though. Really like that a lot. So, and they got, the only thing I don't like on this figure is that they didn't paint the rest of his hand, and they didn't paint the joints. They could at least did that. As far also right here as well, they should have just painted that black as well. But it is what it is. So, really big, heavy, beefy figure, as it should be, because he is an orc. So, all right. Let's see. And here, last but not least, here is a Golden. I know I butchered his name, so my apologies. Like I said, he was voiced by Daniel Wu, and this is a really nice figure as well. No articulation in the head at all. Do like the attention to detail on the bones in the back of him, and really like this staff. The staff did an incredible job on the staff. Look at that nice attention to detail right there, and very awesome. So he's pretty much one solid piece. I didn't even know he had legs, to be honest with you. I just thought this part was just going to be like one solid piece, but they actually gave him legs and everything. So very cool. And so he has articulated feet and knees and everything like that. So you don't have to stand him straight up. You can just kind of bend him back and let his robe stand him up. So very awesome. So yeah, that was a look at my Warcraft collection right there from the 2016 film Warcraft. And comment down below if you have any of these, or if you've seen these at Five Below before, or if you have them in your collection, or if you want to collect them. I recommend them. They're really good for what they are. They're not worth the high price that they fetch for at times, So that's why I was really happy that I played the long game on them and was able to find them at Five Below. So that was really worth it, in my opinion. So I highly recommend them, if you get a chance to find them. I don't know if they still have them out there now. I just know when I got Black Hand, that's when they issued them out again. Oh, I forgot that Gonora came with this sword as well, or part of a staff or whatever it is. I can't remember what they called it. But yeah, that goes with her as well. It was on the side. I forgot all about it. But anyways, yeah. Words of wisdom. Buy what you love and not what you like. Because if you buy what you like, you will always end up getting rid of it. And I'll catch you all later.